Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA unboxing. This is gonna be, as you can see in front of you, this is the Skill City Hunter from Predator 2 here. I always like when I get my NECA figures into these brown shippers. Now I assume this was like a 2-pack that the store got, and this is how I got mine. Again, I paid for it in January, so it's here quite late, but again, better late than never, as we say. And as you can see right there, I'm in the process of filming the Hot Toys Alien Romulus review, which is coming out very shortly on the channel, so make sure to stick out and around for that. It's gonna be a very cool figure. So yeah, let's unbox this baby. Obviously Predator 2 is my second favorite Predator movie ever made. I dig this one a lot, and I used to own the original, I believe back in 2013, because I know the Jungle Hunter released in 2011, so I assume the Predator 2 released 2 years later or so, and then a couple years later they made one with LED lights, and obviously this is the reissue that came out not long ago. So yeah, let's dig in and unbox this guy. Okay, let's dig in here. Obviously the box is pretty massive. Like I said, this is pretty much meant to house like 2 of them. This is how I got them from the store. So let's dig in here. Again, very excited about this one. Ever since I got the Jungle Hunter back for Christmas, I believe, December, when I knew that they were gonna re-release this guy, I said, man, I need this one, because again, I used to have it back in the day, and they made a couple of versions. Obviously since then there was like an unmasked version, and they did some of the other characters. Obviously they did the Elder, they did, then I forgot their name. One of them has like the Gort mask, and then there's another one from the Lost Tribe. So again, the reason that they're re-releasing this one again excites me a lot, because again I used to own these figures back in the day, and there's a lot of obviously nostalgia here. So yeah, it's always fun sharing these good memories with you guys, obviously, since I'm a big Predator fan. So yeah, let's dig in here. It's again very nicely packaged, and I might have to flip the box over because it's getting too big here. So as you can see right there, boom, the famous Predator 2 logo. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me just grab the figure here. Boom. Okay, we don't need the box anymore. Let's put this aside. Go. Wow, that's a beauty right there. And as I said earlier, these are the 2 that they also made in Scale. So like I said, one of them was the Guardian, and the other one was the Warrior Predator. I used to own this guy in Scale. Obviously didn't come with as many accessories as the Ultimate here, but this thing was pretty cool, obviously. Also, I think the Scale didn't have as many highlights when it comes to the body color. As you can see, this guy is like grayish blue. The Scale wasn't like this. I think this is a little bit more detailed, but again, lovely mask right there. And the Guardian here, which pretty much shares the Gort Predator mask from the first movie. Obviously this was not reused, similar to like the Prime one that I reviewed a couple months ago. They also included the Gort mask here, which I think is pretty cool. So they've reused that for the Predator 2 movie. So again, they've made this guy in Scale. Not sure how accurate he is, that one. I know this one is supposed to be a lot more accurate because it came years after they made the Scale of that, but I'm gonna put some pictures above just to compare those 2. So yeah. Plus they also made the Elder in Scale, which I know some people find that he had like a sloppy paint application. So again, if they're reissuing that one again, I'm gonna be tempted to buy just to complete my Predator Scales. Plus they also made a shit ton of, they made the Jungle Hunter with the Gort mask. There's like an invisible version of the Jungle Hunter, and then there's like the one with, it's like the crossover with like Batman, Red Sun, I believe it's in the red armor. Oh yeah, he's a big boy here. Very beautiful figure, guys. I mean, The paint applications are so much better than what they used to be a couple years ago when they made the first one. Obviously when they made the first one, there's always a couple of versions. The one I got back in the day was the one with the mask, so similar to this. And then I believe a few years later they made one with like LED lights, like similar to the Jungle Hunter. It was a re-release. But this guy, the paint application are so improved. Like even like the proportions. Obviously when Kevin Peter Hall was in the suit, he had like this gut effect, you know, in his abdomen right there. But yeah, the armor, you know, it's fantastic. Very nicely detailed. Obviously it's gonna be a little bit hard to see because of the glare, so apologize. You know, as you guys know, I'm pretty much keeping my figures inside the box. Although I did think about this. What if I would do like someday, let's say I would do like a massive NECA unboxing of all my NECA figures plus the core scales. I mean, man, that would be like a huge video. That would probably be like the biggest NECA unboxing on YouTube. So who knows, if I maybe get enough comments, enough views, I may do that one day, because again, plus that would be like a pain in the ass, because then I would have to buy, you know, separate, I guess, small circular bases for all the figures. Plus I think I have like 150 NECA figures by this point, so that would be an interesting video. Again, I have a lot of horror, a lot of Predator figures. Yeah, this thing, man, is no slouch. Awesome design. I remember when I was a kid, when this guy took off his mask and we saw that crab face design, man, he scared the shit out of me. Maybe even a little bit more than the Jungle Hunter when he revealed his face. So here, awesome box here. You can see like the biomask right there, the Eastern building right there in Los Angeles. Again, similar to like the poster right there. You have all the nice colors, the big Predator logo on the bottom right there, special edition City Hunter. Then right here on the side you have a couple of features. So the wrist blades weapon, this, he had the missile in the movie, a magnetic net launcher, which I know some people had issues with that, attaching it to the you know, to the thigh. It comes with an extra hand to hold that. In the helmet with the LEDs, and you have the detonator right there. Another great shot. Now, my only complaint about this release, as much as I like this one, would have been cool if NECA would actually give us like an ultimate version and include like the closed mouth and the open mouth, you know, of this guy, just to make like the ultimate core scale City Hunter. I mean, all they had to do, because I'm not sure, yeah, they pretty much have enough room inside the box. If not, they could pretty much, you know, make the box a little bit wider, but they could have included the heads right there. Plus, from what I can see right there, you only have the, you know, collapsed version of the spear. That would have been cool to have like an extended version, because I believe on some of the promotional pictures you have this guy with like the extended spear, so it doesn't make sense. Again, they could have included that and called this one the ultimate version. Again, same thing they could have done to like the Jungle Hunter, so it's a little bit of a missed opportunity right there. But nonetheless, it's still cool to have this guy, because I believe at one point this would have been priced like crazy. At one point this guy was more expensive like than the Hot Toys version, which is hard to believe. But here on the bottom you have like a description of the movie right there. It's very cool. Plus you have, you know, a description of the character, and you have also expand your clan with the complete collection right there. The 8-inch format. Man, I would love to see these guys in the ultimate form. I just made, as you guys saw, a video, sorry, on like where is the Wolf Predator from NECA. We still don't know what happened to that, because you know, like I said to one of my viewers in the comments, like obviously NECA still has the license to Predator, because clearly they just released this one. They did Dutch, they did the Jungle Hunter. So again, you know, some people may think that it's because of the merger with Disney and everything. So did they lost the IVPR license? It's still a mystery. So who knows? Maybe one day I'm gonna be excited. But again, this I believe are from the Kenner line. I almost got this guy back in the day, which I regret not getting. But this is all the first AVP ones. So clearly they are still advertising these on the back of the box, which is interesting here. So if you go into the Stan Winston effect book here, if you go to the Predator 2 section right there, which is I believe at page 114, what's cool here, so I wanted to see how like the paint application was into comparisons obviously of what Stan Winston and his team obviously used in the movie, because obviously the armor is supposed to be like this oxidated copper effect. You obviously can see some brown hues. Now, first of away, what I can see is that on the original one, the mask was a lot more grainy. It has this like grainy effect throughout the mask. And the original one here, not the original, the reissue here of 2025 is a lot smoother. Now, what's also interesting here, if we look at the 2018 Ultimate version, again, there's a couple of different versions of this one. There's some reissues. They've added a lot more green to this one. As you can see, it's a lot more oxidized, especially on the mask right there. Plus on the armor, there's a lot more green, which is pretty cool. It's actually cool to see obviously the difference between the 7-inch and the quarter scale, and obviously this one has the extended staff. But imagine having this format right here with an extra head right there, but like in quarter scale, because I believe the only figure that they did that was the Deadpool. There was like two versions of Deadpool. There's like the regular quarter scale and there's the ultimate quarter scale, where they included some extra accessories and different heads. So again, that would have been cool. But as you can see, there's a close look at the screen used head right there, the mask. Again, the paint application is fantastic. Obviously, this is still at the end of the day a NECA figure. The paint application is not gonna be as detailed, you know, as obviously in the movie or like a Hot Toys figure. But also, if you have more room and a lot more budget, I would recommend getting the Prime 1 version, 1/3 scale. I mean, that's very expensive, but the proportions, the pen application, the detail is gonna be second to none. That's easily the most accurate City Hunter collectible out there, you know, bar none. So again, here you have some weapons. Again, I like looking at reference. Here's the concept picture of how his armor look, which is pretty cool. Again, you have the smart disc, which is also available on the NECA figure. And also a cool thing here that they did with the Elder Predator at the end of the movie is essentially they took like some of the molds of the Jungle Hunter, just applied more wrinkles and spikes, you know, to the head, you know, changed the dreadlocks here, make them blue, add some trinkets. And the whole idea was, well, what if the Jungle Hunter had survived and pretty much become old? So that's pretty much the premise of how they made the Elder Predator. But yeah, this thing is fantastic, man. I would recommend this one in a heartbeat. Fantastic figure. Again, the proportions are excellent. The only thing I would be very careful with is that netting. It's pretty much the same as they used back in the day. It's essentially like a plastic net, and that reminds me essentially when you're going to like the you know, to the grocery shop, whatever, Walmart, you know, when you're going to like the vegetable section, or maybe like fruits and vegetables, and you buy like these you know, fruits in that you know, plasticky, you know, net bag, almost like oranges or mandarins, whatever. That's almost like the same feel. The only difference, this is a lot more thinner and it could break easily. So again, it would have been cool if one day NECA would actually go ahead and give us like, you know, an actual cloth net. Plus I think also in the movie, his net is supposed to be like a grayish color, not black, you know, as is. So that's also interesting. And here on the bottom you have pretty much your credits right there, who worked on the figure. I believe, man, Randy Falk is working with NECA since like forever. I think he's one of the founders. Also, what's interesting here, if you go on the barcode right there, you can see this is the reissue from last year, because it ends with 25, so that's pretty cool. And again, so I guess you have some instructions here on how to put the batteries in. You have to remove the mask. Put some batteries right there, which is pretty cool. Are those included? I'm not sure if the batteries are included, but again, you have some licensing. Obviously, it's interesting. It says Predator 2 trademark 2016. I'm not sure what that is, because obviously, clearly, I remember getting the original one before 2016. So again, you do have the Fox right there, Century Fox. So see, this is interesting. You do have the 20th Century Fox, but I don't see any like Disney logos or you know, trademarks on this box. So it's very interesting. And here's how he looks with the Jungle Hunter. Again, I apologize for the glare, guys. It's a little bit difficult to film this guy when you have this like plastic clear, you know, on the box. But as you can see, as I thought, this guy is clearly bigger. As you can see, even the box is like half an inch taller right there. It's definitely like the same length right there on the side, but as you can see, just a bigger you know, figure to begin with, as you can see right there. Now, is this guy a true Coro scale? I would say no. I think he's still underscaled, especially when you look at comparisons in other videos, you know, next to like regular human size figures. I still think this guy needs to be a lot bigger than what it is. Again, are you gonna lose sleep over that? No. Obviously, this at the end of the day, it's still a NECA figure. It's not like Prime 1, where you know, some of these companies, you know, they usually overscaled figures. But even Hot Toys, their original City Hunter was underscaled a little bit, so it's not a big deal. But it's fantastic having these two, you know, in the collection again. You know, especially the City Hunter, such a classic design. Again, both designed by Stan Winston's and his team. Again, very talented, you know, artist. Too bad he passed away at such a young age. I mean, such a young age. I believe it was in like 60s or something when he passed away in 2008. But yeah. So guys, thanks for watching as usual. Make sure to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more Predator content. I'm gonna do a my favorite NECA Predator figures in my collection. I'm gonna do a video on that, on my top figures, and also I'm gonna, you know, include the surprise in that video, which is pretty cool. So make sure to stay tuned on that. Also, I'm gonna upload the review of the Hot Toys Alien Romulus soon on the channel. So again, make sure to stay tuned. And as usual, guys, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. See you soon on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.